What an opportunity here. 4:50 left. Clock is stopped. It's 3rd and 8. Irish could get off the field right now. Empty backfield for Beck. Trips to the top. Takes the snap. Looking right. Here comes the pressure. Bryce Young is there. The throw downfield is incomplete. Great coverage from Leonard Moore. Young forced a lengthy ball all the way across the field. It's incomplete, and the Irish will get the ball back, and not even a minute comes off the clock.
And Jared Dawson, defensive lineman for Notre Dame, was bringing Carson Beck down right as he threw the football. What a play. Excuse me, that was Bryce Young getting in there. The young man making a play.
Looking like that.
None bigger than right now. And a possible push-off not called on the offense of Miami.
Bryce Young put on 25 pounds in the offseason. Got home that time. Now the punt. High. End over end. Faison will take no chances. Fair catch. Brings it in cleanly. Right at the 25. And once again, the offense is going to get to come on the field for Notre Dame. Just like they did about 7 minutes ago in gameplay. Down 7 with plenty of time to tie the game.
Now, you want to start chomping up some field. You want to get to about that 25 and then start slowing things down. So you want to score here and tie it up, but you also don't want to leave Miami with a chance to go and win the game. And you love to preserve all 3 timeouts if you can, if you're Notre Dame.
Miami got the ball back with 5:25 left in the game. They forced Notre Dame to use no timeouts. They only take 50 seconds off the clock, and the Irish have the ball back with a chance to tie the game. 24-17, Irish trail by a touchdown.
Malachi Fields one-on-one.
Love is the back to Carr's left. Whole playbook's open here as they begin the drive. They'll look to pass. Carr with a clean pocket. Pumps, looking, firing, has Reardon wide open. Oh, catches it midfield. Now Reardon down across the 40. 2 hands on the football. Inside the 20. Shoved out of bounds at the 10. What a play by Eli Reardon. 65 yards.
C.J. Carr taking a half beat. He liked something early. He brought it back down and then found Reardon wide open by himself. And Reardon was standing there. If Reardon was running, he'd have been in the end zone. But what a play by Carr.
Irish back on the football. 1st and goal from the 10. 4 minutes left to play. Carr looks left. Now he steps up. Carr can run. He will. Tucks it. Goes down at the 8.
And that's what getting clotheslined will do. The last time he ran, he was going upfield, but now he gets down wisely and lets the clock keep running.
They spot him at the 7. Gosh, I almost think, do you score, try to get the ball back and win this thing in regulation? First things first, you got to score. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to play. 2nd down and 7. Beg your pardon, 2nd and goal from the 7. Shotgun for Carr, takes the snap. He's going to run up the middle across the 5 for the end zone. He's in! C.J. Carr runs it for a touchdown, and the Irish can tie the game with an extra point.
That touchdown run was all the right guard, Gerby Lambert. Right before the snap, he patted his hip to tell C.J. Carr, you follow me. And he went and he hit the linebacker that C.J. Carr went behind Lambert. What a play call, what a block by Gerby Lambert.
Marcus Freeman was 8 yards on the field, giving a high five to everyone on the offense. He is fired up, and for good reason. Critical extra point now for Burnett to tie the game. Good operation, good kick. This game is tied.
Let's go! And to your point, Tony, now, if you're Notre Dame, you want this ball back, you want to win it in regulation and have the best flight home of any team in college football this weekend.
All the momentum is on Notre Dame's side right now. 3 minutes and 21 seconds are left. And for the first time since this game was tied at 7, it's tied once again at 24. It only takes 3 plays. It goes 75 yards, 65 of them to Reardon, who was just wide open down the sideline. Like you said, Carr was patient. And how about the confidence they've had tonight to run C.J. Carr in big spots? A lot of QB draws, and he's looked good when he's put his head down.
And it's been in spots, which has made it open. But the offensive line pass protection-wise, outside of a couple of plays, has been fantastic. None better not a better drive for the offensive line than on that last play, giving him time to find Raritan, and then Gerby Lambert tapping his hip to say, when this ball is snapped, you find my numbers because you'll find the end zone.
Miami's offense has gone dry a little bit here since that big touchdown drive to start the half. Last 4 drives, they've only run 13 plays on those 4 drives. Only 3 points since they scored on the opening drive of this half. And now all the momentum is on Notre Dame's side. A reminder, game's tied at 24, 3:21 left. Miami has 2 timeouts. Notre Dame has 3 timeouts. The coaching chess match is going to start right now. How do both teams call plays? We're going to find out a lot about Miami with what kind of plays they call here over the next few.
And I'm expecting a reverse or some kind of gadget play out of Miami. They're not just going to sit here and pass the ball, run the ball orthodox ways. They're going to try and get a big play off a trick play.
Shamar Brown back in to Beck's right as the back. They start at their own 25, moving right to left. Tie game with 3:20 to play. Beck throws, passes caught at the 30-yard line. Good work by Daniels to spin out of a tackle, get up close to the 35. He's down at the 34. 9-yard pickup on first down.
Miami's running hurry up. They're running their 2-minute. Quarterbacks love it because they're running their favorite plays. I'd drop a defensive end if I'm Notre Dame.
On 2nd and 1, Brown gets the carry, stutter steps across the 35, has enough. Jaden Osbury trips him up at the 38-yard line. 4-yard pickup. It'll reset the sticks. Clock ticks with 2:45 and counting in regulation. I figure Miami's trying to find a way to just work this ball downfield and try to kick a game-winning field goal.
That's all they want to do.
2.5 minutes to play. This could be the final play before the 2-minute timeout. Beck will look to throw. Looks left. Clean pocket. Airing it out. Takes a shot. 1-on-1. And a flag comes out. Christian Gray was battling with Keelan Marion.
It's against Miami. Oh! Changed it. What is going on? I think he's going to get both of them.
Interference. Defense number 6.
Oh! He may have pointed the wrong way.
First down.
It had to be on Gray. Let's see.
Christian Gray had his back to the wide receiver who pushed him down.
Oh. That does feel like it felt like hand fighting, and then he does fall and trip him. Ugh.
But the referee called it against Miami first.
It's going to push the ball, I think, across midfield. Silver lining here is it stops the clock. 2:21 left again. Notre Dame has at least 4 clock stops left. You figure now, they're not in field goal range yet, but the onus is going to be on Notre Dame soon to stop the clock. We'll see. At least 1 more play here before the 2-minute timeout. Tied at 24, first down and 10. Beck will play fake. He's going to look to throw again. Steps up, fires it, great play. Oh, redemption for Christian Gray. Bats it down and it's incomplete.
And he looks right at the referee afterwards. I love it, young man. Woo! He may be the most mentally resilient player in college football. I cannot say enough about Christian Gray, the man he is, the
textbook
player he is, a textbook play, going around the receiver, batting it down with his left hand, and stopping the clock.
Some breaks for Notre Dame. The play calling has been puzzling. 2:15 left as the clock stopped. Now Brown will get the carry, dancing between a hole up the middle, has some yardage, keeps the legs going. He's up towards the 40, maybe even the 39. That's a really important run for Brown. It's going to make third down very manageable on the other side of the 2-minute timeout.
This
2-minute parlay.
The 2-minute timeout.
Oh boy. Welcome back to college football season.
I brought my Tums. We're okay.
Okay, I might be popping those open here during this break. 3rd down and 2 is what Miami will have from the 39. Very likely 4-down territory from that range. 2 minutes left in the game, and it's tied at 24 between Notre Dame and Miami. Presented by Invesco QQQ. This is the Notre Dame Radio Network. Tony Simeone with the Super Bowl champion Ryan Harris. We are at Hard Rock Stadium. This season opener has lived up to the hype so far. Great contest. Notre Dame has not led tonight, and they're going to need to find a way to make something happen on defense here. Let's reset the game for you. 24-24. Miami has 2 timeouts. Notre Dame has 3. How those will be deployed will be dictated very much by this next play call. Miami has 3rd and 2 coming from the 39. If they don't get it, I'll be curious to see if Notre Dame elects to use a timeout or lets them run clock and saves those 3 timeouts for if they get a first down. If they don't get it, Ryan, you figure it's 4-down territory from this range. Be a 57-yarder from here. So for Miami, they're probably thinking 2 plays to get 2 yards.
Well, and the first play is your sprint right option. You're taking back and you're sprinting them to the right, giving them the option to throw it or run it.
Miami, number 83, is now wearing jersey number 76. 83 is 76.
A tight end just lost his dream and became a tackle. That's what the ref just told you.
Look at this formation. Again, nobody split wide. There's 9 Hurricanes near the line of scrimmage. And Brown is the back to Beck's left. 3rd and 2. They give it to Brown. Up the middle. Rumbling towards the marker. I don't think he has it. Now the pile push is late. Where's his progress? Oh, my goodness. He may have got it on that 3rd effort. First down.
Yeah, and now if you're Notre Dame, you're going to start using your timeouts as soon as possible.
I think what Marcus Freeman will do.
Wait for that first play and then call a timeout.
But you now need 3 stops. You cannot let them get a first down, or Miami can work the clock down at least for a potential game-winning field goal try. Now from here, it's still a very deep field goal. 54 yards from here. Ball's at the 36. Clock hits 1:30 to go. Tied at 24. You figure the ball's going to stay on the ground for Miami here. Beck hands it off to Brown. Between the tackles, has a hole, squirts through. Up to the 31, and there's the first timeout with 1:18 left.
Timeout. Notre Dame, their first. 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 1:19.
And again, Notre Dame's defensive tackle is just getting destroyed against the double team.
Miami's kicker tonight is Carter Davis. He played 3 years at FAU before transferring here. Was mostly a kickoff specialist. He went 4 for 11 in his career kicking field goals before coming here, but he did make one from 51 yards last year. So feast or famine for Carter Davis, who did make his only field goal tonight. But if you're Notre Dame, you've got to keep them from getting this first down and make this field goal try. They're likely at this point going to try one from distance, 45 or more yards.
And if I'm Miami, I'm running the same play. I'm going right down the gut. The back's going to go to the left this time instead of the right.
They have not been able to stop this. Brown has done a really nice job. He's the back again. 13 carries for 53 yards tonight. 2nd down and 5. Brown gets it again. Running right. Stumbles. Gets back up and can't get the extra. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Onye's there. Moore is there. Only 4 seconds come off the clock.
Timeout. Notre Dame, their second. 30 seconds.
No gain.
And right now, Miami's coach is asking the kicker, what hash do you want it on? We're going to run it and try and get it that way.
Whew. This would be a 49-yard field goal. And if you're Notre Dame, you'd love it. You can just make them try the field goal. Even if they make it, if you stop them here on 3rd down, you're getting the ball back. But if Miami gets a first down on 3rd and 5, they can then dictate terms on when and where they want to kick. Really, now the question for Miami is, do you run it again, or do you possibly throw on 3rd and 5?
I think you take your chances if you're Miami and you find Malachi Toney.
Yep.
He's been your workhorse all night. Let him earn his final meal.
It's the biggest decision for Chris Ash so far tonight. How they defend here on 3rd and 5 from the 31. Again, 1:14 left. 1 timeout left for Notre Dame. This right now is the play of the game. Tied at 24. Irish have to find a way to get a stop. Beck's in the shotgun, takes the snap. Brown gets the carry up the middle, hit by Bowen. He's not going to get it. Gets maybe just 1 yard up to the 30. Quick timeout with 1:08 left.
Timeout. Notre Dame, their 3rd and final. 30 seconds.
And that's a win. Mario Cristobal, what's he upset about?
Ooh, I think he wanted to run a 4th down play.
Well, Notre Dame called their final timeout, so it's going to all come down to Davis here. But either way, even if this goes in, Notre Dame will get the ball back with at least a minute left on the clock and only needing 3 points to force overtime.
And if I'm Miami, if they're going to go for it, they're running out the kicker. All right. So we got a game here, folks.
This is Carter Davis, already converted today. Again, his career long is 51 when he was at FAU.
How many wide rights have we had here in Miami history?
It's kicking right to left between the hashes. 47-yard attempt coming for Davis. This is for the lead. Drives it on its way, and the kick is good. Miami leads 27-24 with 1:04 left in the game.
Well, it's going to take 4 quarters, and now if you're Notre Dame, you have 2 options on the table. Kick a field goal and tie it, or score a touchdown and end it. I'm calling for the touchdown, Tony.
I love where your head is. Plenty of time. The biggest thing will be, assuming you don't get a chance to run this back on the kickoff, is it in these situations, Ryan, you've been in these 2-minute drills, 1-minute drills. The second you don't complete a ball beyond the sticks is when things get hairy. Everything's got to be beyond the sticks when they get the ball back.
And I want to credit Notre Dame for getting to this point in the game. The defense has played their tail off.
Yep.
Played arguably twice as much football as the offense and still got that stop on that 3rd down. The defense, although they've had their struggles stopping the run in the middle, they've really played fantastic throughout the game.
It's a Miami offense, of course, some new personnel this year, but they averaged 43 points per game last year. I know we're used to seeing Notre Dame hold their opponents to, on average last year, around 12 to 15 points, but it's a good offense they faced tonight, top 10 team at home, and like you said, really especially since those 2 drives that bookended the halftime, they've looked like the defense we became accustomed to seeing last year. Important kickoff for Davis, won't be returned, it's over Price's head, and the Irish will start with the ball at their own 25. Again, Noah Burnett's long in his career is 52, so you got to get to the 35 to feel good about a chance to tie the game.
I like a quarterback draw here to start. Get everybody dropping back, run down the field, and put it in the back of their mind the rest of the drive.
A lot of talk about quarterback all offseason. CJ Carr won the job, and here you go.
And Notre Dame, I think for the 2nd straight drive, now has Styles Prescott in at left tackle.
4 receivers to start. Carr stands along the near hash. Notre Dame going left to right. They trail 27-24. 1:04 left in the 4th quarter. Carr takes the snap, throws underneath. Oh, tip ball! Almost picked off the hands of Reardon. Dangerous spot, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Reardon was open. Second time the ball hit Reardon's hand, it was not a catch.
He's got the biggest catch of the game, 65 yards on that last drive to set him up to tie the score. But to your point, a couple of drops tonight have been costly. 2nd down and 10, 59 seconds remain. Love is to Carr's right as he takes the snap. Looks right, now throws underneath for Reardon, catches a tight end screen. He's got enough for a 1st down. Over the 35, taken down along the far hash. Poyser brings him to the turf. 51 seconds, 13-yard pickup, clock stops momentarily.
Incredible play by CJ Carr. That was a jump pass right to Reardon in traffic.
Carr directing traffic. They're slow to figure things out. 45 seconds. Clock is ticking. Takes the snap with 43. Carr steps up. Uh-oh. Pressure. Ball comes out. I think it was a sack. They got to get back to the line. A clock stopped with 36 seconds. They're calling this incomplete. They got to huddle either way, no matter what the call is. If they call him in the grass, they'll wind the clock right away.
Well, I'm watching the replay here, and both tackles just using their inside hand, which creates a short corner, and Carr got absolutely sandwiched between defensive ends. I think he got that ball out.
Okay.
Heads up play by CJ Carr to get rid of it.
Oh, you might be right, but grounding.
Yeah.
Never got back to the line of scrimmage, I don't think.
Well, he didn't break the tackle.
The ruling on the field is that the quarterback was knocked down and threw a forward pass. Intentional grounding. Offense to the 13. Ball to place the spot of the foul. Loss of down. It's 2nd down. This penalty includes a 10-second runoff.
Oh, it's a killer. 10-second runoff as well.
The offensive tackles for Notre Dame have to use their outside hand. You have to punch with a strong outside hand at tackle. Neither one did that on that last play.
This does 2 things. it winds the clock down to 26 seconds remaining, and now it backs you up all the way to their own 30-yard line.
I like Malachi Fields man-to-man on the left sideline.
Clock's winding. Got to snap the ball. Clock is at 20. You got to snap the ball. Carr takes the snap. With 20 seconds left, he's in trouble again. He's going to go down again. This could be it. You got to get back to the line and clock it.
And if you snap it right now while they're celebrating, you get 5 yards.
10 seconds left. This could be the last play of the game. You got to get back to the line. 3 seconds left. They aren't going to get lined up. 1 second left for Carr. Takes the snap. They'll give him one last play. A flag comes out. I don't think they were set. This game's going to end on a penalty.
Not ideal at all.
False start. Game is over.
And Notre Dame has lost the season opener. A drive that showed promise comes to a screeching halt with a couple of sacks at the end of the game, and Miami has one of their biggest wins under Mario Cristobal.
Hats off to Miami. They played a heck of a game. Carson Beck was excellent for 3.5 quarters. The run game was devastating against the Irish. And a good time to remind everyone, both teams who played for the national championship last year had a loss on their record.
Yeah, we saw Notre Dame lose a game that was much more surprising than this last year and make it all the way to the title game, but I'm sure there's a lot of stuff they're going to watch back in this one and wish they could have back.
Coaches and players have a lot to look at and a lot to learn from. And the big thing, and what I love, is that what we know as Notre Dame fans, Marcus Freeman will not allow this to dictate the rest of the season. He is going to make changes on personnel, changes in play calls. He is going to do the things necessary to put Notre Dame in position to get to the playoffs again.
So the final, 27-24. Miami gets a big-time win at home. The Irish come up 3 points short. Along with Ryan Harris, this is Tony Simeone. He'll be right back after this message presented by Invesco QQQ. You're listening to Fighting Irish Football.